Hello everyone, welcome to Jobskillshare internship project. This is the project that I'm sharing today, and this is how we do hands-on projects. Some projects have to be done self-paced, and some will have to be done with a team. So this is just to give people idea of what we do in our internship before they start our internship program. If you are interested in our Discord community, which we are on right now in this video, make sure you join in. I'm going to share that link in the description. Please check the description. When you join in, this is our full Discord, so make sure you look into the welcome to JSS and follow these rules. And then chat is where you can come in and kind of like, talk to people. As you can see, many people are over here. And then on the left side, you can come over here and click on the learn on website to see how what we are sharing and how do you learn from our website. And then we have many different channels to help you out with IT, like for example success stories for motivation, where people get a job over here and they share all the stories. Then we have people like sharing the interview questions, resume review. Career consultation is another good one, where you can watch the video of how many consultations we have done with other people. And career advice application is for internship application. You have to finish the video for internship and then you submit your application, and then you're a part of these batches. As you can see, we have started a few months ago. 8 people are already employed, which I'm really proud of these interns. 3 people are employed from batch 2 and 1 just got employed from batch 3. And this is, we're talking about like just few months, like 4 months that 4 or 5 months we have started this whole program. And we are already seeing people. 8 people landed here, 3 people like 3 months ago. This is like they're on 3rd month, and then 3 people are landed over here. And this is the last month interns, and out of 7 people, 1 is already employed. So, and then we have practice lab section where we give out access for free. Hot lab, hot seats are there. So many different things are going on. CavTech support is right here. So many different things are going on in here in our Discord. So make sure you join in and enjoy learning skills with community.
Ping is not working too.
So the issue is that you got a call, I can't access internet. So is that the first ticket?
Because I just want issues accessing the internet.
Can you guys read it out? Like what's the ticket?
It's a couple of tickets, but one of the main ones was the internet issue.
Okay. Right.
Like it says that checking the proxy address and
All right, so the first thing you guys are checking is there any proxy enabled? You just went
did
in.
you say we have to switch it off?
I did when I was doing the lab, and the internet started working for me, and then I did a renew and delete.
But let me ask you guys a question. If you guys saw a proxy in there in a company, are you just gonna go and remove it? I mean, can they not have a proxy? What if they do have a proxy? So what would you guys do?
But now that Hammy said that about the VMware, I don't know if it's right to put it to obtain the automatic IP address.
What do we do now? I mean, we turned off the proxy server, switch, and
Can you guys hear me?
it can start working. Or try again.
Man, I'm talking to myself. I'm like, what would you guys do with this and this? And I'm like, why are they not answering my question? Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
I'll put myself on mute. And okay, so let me ask you guys a question. So if you do see a proxy, would you both just go there and uncheck the proxy like that? Like if you see that in the company?
No, I'm sure they put it there for a reason.
Yes. Okay. And how would you guys kind of like approach that proxy? Okay, you saw the proxy there. What would you guys do?
I think it's saying the loopback address, that is the problem.
No. I'm talking about proxy. You went in there, you unchecked the proxy. Yes, that's fine. In this lab, you can do that. But what if in the company they are using the proxy? What would you guys do to investigate more about that option or that Why did they put it? Why did they put that in there?
Probably ask the sysadmin.
Yeah,
If
ask
it's
some.
okay.
You're gonna have to ask someone in your company, why do we have proxy in the first place, right?
Hmm.
If you're brand new and you come across that, then you will have to investigate and find more about that specific feature or set that they're using. Maybe they're using proxy for a reason. A lot of people still use proxies in their companies, so you'll have to go out there and you'll have to ask this question. And if it's not something that they don't use, then yes, you have went to the one thing that you removed from that machine, which maybe somehow got in there, you know.
So why does it say that duplicate before address and the other is auto configuration that's different?
Are you asking me?
Mm,
Let me look at it.
yeah.
Let me look it up.
I picked up my phone and I was like, are you asking me? I'm a sysadmin. I just hung up on you. I'm like, nope, that's your job. So what is it? What is going on over here? What are you guys looking at right now?
We see that on this machine, the IP is static, and that's class C address. At over here, it auto configuration IP before address is some other address class B.
Okay. And where do you guys go and change the IP addresses? Now you got the information, but where would you go and change the IP address?
We can assign it dynamically. Or,
Okay, so that's good. You at least when you know where to go and you asked, let's say you did ask, are we using a static IP addresses for machines or not? So we're like, oh yeah, we don't use static now. So now what do I mean by that? How do you guys fix this? We don't use static in this company.
and change adapter options.
Okay, good job.
You could have done it on that other screen too.
On that other one, it allows it.
Yeah, right at the top has a little drop down that says manual.
Yep.
And let me go back. Let me go back and take a look at it.
Whoa.
Make sure you guys are
Is that
working
here?
with each other because both of you have control,
Oh, sorry.
Hadia and DJ. So coordinate with each other.
Okay.
Right, so you were here before, and you saw the IP settings, and you clicked on edit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
this,
here.
This is
Okay.
kind of the same thing.
Mhm.
It's
Manual
just, this is the
and
newer GUI interface. So you can click that little drop down menu at the top.
Now, before you go to dynamic, which I gave you kind of like an answer that we don't use static, but what's the issue over here though?
Uh, it looks like it's going back to the same address, or like
And
it's
okay,
the
if it's where is it going back? Like that IP address is what doing what now?
looping back to the same address.
Yeah.
To my same machine.
And that's not the correct DNS maybe, right? So let's just put it dynamic and let's find out.
Because look at the boxes right now. So look at the IP address.
and the DNS, and they are
and look at
same.
the preferred DNS. So it's trying to look at it itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
For
So,
DNS.
so the thing in this that now, of course, this is where maybe you would need to know information before you. But what is the 42 is the right DNS or not? So the best way to do this is to first remove that dynamic address. Does it really get that address? Is this the machine dynamic address or not? So the first one is remove the IP address, not the DNS address. So because that could be correct, right? It could be a correct DNS. So then you will know that does the dynamic IP address would it get the same address or would it get the different address? If it gets the different address, you know that your DNS is still at this point maybe it's okay. You still don't know yet, by the way, but I'm just telling you
Okay.
maybe it's okay. But that's the first thing you should do. Go ahead and change the IP address to dynamic, and then we'll take care of the DNS later.
And you could really, so if one of your machines is trying to set up statically as the same IP as your DNS server, your machine, all the other clients could accidentally try and get their DNS from this machine right here. So you could take down an entire network if you're not careful by setting a computer statically to the same exact IP as your DNS server. So yeah, you see how this interface looks a little different, but it accomplishes the same task as what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with this.
This is just the newer Metro GUI. Because that older one is going away. So don't get used to it.
Yeah, some of it is already gone. Like, for example, in most of our videos and trainings, when we tell people to right click and go to systems, and there's like this option to change a computer, stuff, and it is not there anymore. It's like people are getting confused.
It accomplishes the same thing.
So
It accomplishes the same thing, but
So now, how would you go back and verify what kind of IP you got? Is it even working? Are you getting an IP address or stuff like that? How would you do that?
IP config.
Okay. All right. So we are getting a new IP address, right?
Yes.
But still, we don't have our internet working so far. How would you then verify? Because sometimes that thing can take time. I guess I'm not sure. It may be just a. Do you need to do anything to show that internet is working? What would you do?
Ping a website.
And
All right, good job. And what
Okay.
else? What else should you try? Is Google enough?
other websites.
Yeah, you would try a different website as well.
Jobskillshare.
Try Jobskillshare.org. Okay, Jobskillshare.org is working as well. That's good to me. So what's the next ticket? Oh, you just went all the way to 7. All right, so ticket 2. Thank you for fixing my issue. Now I can't send or receive any emails. Can you please fix this? Fix this!
I think we haven't done ticket 1 yet.
Yeah, we haven't.
Oh.
It was ticket 4.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
okay. So you guys fixed the internet issue, which is a good job. You guys went straight to the problem. Okay, go ahead and
Every time I open Outlook, I get this error.
and you see how it took a little time for that little network icon, and it got fixed. So
I can see that now.
all right, at least I'm happy I got internet. Man. All right, so now Outlook. She went ahead, opened the Outlook, and we are waiting on the Outlook to come up. It's taking a time. Can you guys give me a new computer? That's exactly how they say that. I'm not joking. Ask Hemi or Brandon. As soon as things delayed a little bit, can you guys give me a new computer?
Sure, we'll talk with Danish.
Okay, what's going on here? What the Outlook just went? Wait, what the hell? Oh, here you go.
Oh yeah, now the message appears. Yes. Now to open the Outlook window, the set of folders cannot be opened.
Oh, okay.
Tap to lock.
Seems like a pretty.
Microsoft Exchange has failed.
Huh.
So do we need to check it from the control panel mail option?
Are you asking
Or
me again? Hadi, I'm gonna hang up a call on you again.
how did I fix this last time?
Oh yeah, you did fix it, I guess.
I think so, if I remember correctly.
But you can't go for your fix that you remember. Now you gotta have some kind of flow, right? Like what's going on here? Where would you go? Outlook skills. That's just Outlook skills right there. Outlook troubleshooting skills. Where do I go? Where's the core stuff? Do I know some commands? Do I know where it is? Where does Outlook live? Can I go for certain
That's
things?
I think it was the issue where she couldn't get into the file or something. I'm sorry, I clicked on.
Okay.
Forgot what it was like a file path, and then it gets stuck at like one of the files that she's not able to access because she doesn't have access to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Hadia, you don't know how to fix Outlook issues?
The profile path, I don't actually understand sometimes that what's the problem. I mean, if it is not connected to the Microsoft Exchange, then it means we need to go to the portal.office.com to check, or with the control panel.
But
in
are you
your
getting an
desktop,
error about? Are you specifically getting an error about a user, like I cannot log in, or is it locked out? I mean, it doesn't even let you get to that point. It's is it a is it a some kind of web issue, or is it some kind of application issue? You need to first determine that, right?
So the message says that the attempt to log on to Microsoft Exchange has failed, and that seems to be that it's on portal.office.com from the web. But we are checking it with opening the desktop app. I was confused. Honestly, what to do? I mean, what is this actually problem referring to?
Sometimes that problem could be just
They're
that
trying to open Outlook.
trying to
Every time they
Outlook.
open Outlook, they get this error.
So what do you guys do now? If you both don't know the answer, then you guys need to search something, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. At least you know where to go. Data file.
Okay. And then we gotta follow this file path until we are no longer able to get access.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not opening its file location,
How do you find it then?
and to me, I don't understand. Like, this ticket is from HEFA.
Yeah, that's fine. Haifa is just
but
it's just a name that I use in this ticket, so don't worry about that name. So the issue is what's on the machine right now, so you guys have to fix that. Whether it's a Haifa or whether it's admin. So Haifa is kind of like I use that as a you logged onto this profile, and now Haifa is kind of like contacting you right now. Now I get your point. Like you want to know if Haifa is actually working. Is her profile working on the web portal? Which is in reality, yes, that's a good approach. You should check that on the web portal. So let me actually do that for you. I'm going to do that on my side and see if everything is good. Because at this point, I'm just trying to see if you can fix the application issue and not think too much on the portal. But yes, in reality, yes, you should actually check on the portal. Is that email that you guys saw, the admin something, does that even work on the portal? So that's good. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm gonna check that for you. What is that? Admin? Can you go back to that? Admin batch what? Yeah, click on that. Let's go back to the mail data file. So that's
Admin at
DMV batch 2. Okay, DMV batch.
DMV batch 2.
On Microsoft. Yeah, it's no problem with that email. And even if it look, let's say it is a problem right now. Let's say they deleted this email. How would you go and change it then? Like, let's say if Haifa was the one, then you still need to open that somehow. You gotta fix it, right?
So it will create a new profile when we open it.
Yeah. So let's try that because I think in this scenario we can just kind of like, let's say, yeah, you're fine. We can change that a little bit because batch 2 is not your batch. You're batch 3, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead and do that because I feel like maybe if there is an issue with the batch 2, then that's not gonna work. So let's fix that right now. I am gonna first test batch 3 and then you let me know how do you fix it. So we have admin JSS batch 3. That's I guess the name of your emails. Admin JSS batch 3. Is this password correct? Yeah. Okay. And I go back to email. Is the email working? Working? Yes, it is working. Okay. Yeah. So just do admin at JSS batch 3. That's your email right now, and it is working. I just logged into it. So you figured it out, which is a good point. That point goes to, I think, Hadia, that email is not correct. So what we need to do, we need to fix it. So I gave you a fixed one. I say, okay, fine, you did a great job over here. Let's do the one that's working. Admin at jssbatch3.onmicrosoft.com is the email that we want to test for this user now. So how do you guys log into that email?
Inject from here. No.
I'm sorry. You want to change it? Nadia?
You're creating a new account. Okay, you are doing it. It's okay.
No, I'm asking. Do you want to change it, or if we change it, will it still work? Does she still have to have that same profile?
We can add new and we can change the choice from like prompt me for the profile.
Okay.
Email. Doing that?
Just add the email address. You don't have to add any of that other stuff.
That's the email.
Okay. So
I feel like Outlook is
I
definitely
don't
going to
see
be.
it here. So
think right. Go back one.
Should I add it from here? Profile.
You can try.
If you go back one highly, it says there to add a new email address. Or
You're in the same screen now.
that too.
There's 50 different ways to add an email to a computer.
All right, JSS batch 3. Not that wrong. Go back. JSS. It's admin at JSS batch 3.
Admin at JSS batch 3.
Yep. And let me type the password for you. All right, go ahead. Oh, nice. What do you do now? Where is it pointing, by the way? What's that? Why did you guys get that that pop-up? Where is that going? You guys know?
The web.
The web.
What is the web? Like, what is it called?
Yeah,
Of Office 365.
Good job. All right, let's go. Okay, you need a password here. Let me put the password. Sorry, I got fat fingers. Sometimes I don't know. I say I don't want to register, but it still says hold on, we're registering you. Like, why? I say no. Okay, done.
Welcome to Microsoft.
Go ahead and click on done. Okay, so now you guys have figured out, okay, there was a problem with an email, so that's good. You know, you guys definitely need to check the email first. Is it even right email when people are getting something like that? Then you fixed it. Let's go ahead and cancel all this stuff. And let's go back now. And let's see if you fixed the Outlook for this person. Oh, wow. Is this the same error, by the way?
Yes.
Oh, are you sure?
Well, I know it says you do not have sufficient permission. The permission
Well,
part is.
Is this the same error?
No, it's not. The
Okay.
other one said it failed to open Microsoft Exchange.
Exactly. Never close the error immediately. It's a common thing for a lot of people that will spend so much time troubleshooting. So just never do that. Make sure you read the error. Make sure you analyze the first error, then the second error. Everything has it's just so easy when you do a little time on it, and it becomes an issue. Like in 5 minutes, you can fix issues. So now this is something different going on, and try to figure this out now. See what's going on. This one, I think DJ can help you.
Yeah, so I think this one is the one where we have to follow the file path until we see which folder we're unable to access or have no permission to access.
I guess.
I think that's
That's what I'm thinking. I guess maybe.
Why do you do that?
Yeah, why do you think that? That's a good question. Why?
Why do I think that? So it says that you don't have sufficient permission to perform this operation. So either Outlook is blocked on this computer, or wherever Outlook is, you're not able to open it.
Okay. So how do you go and now figure this out? Where is that? Where is this coming from? Where would you go to fix permissions? It says, it clearly tells you that there's some kind of permissions on a folder or something, right? It says you cannot open the Outlook. So where is this everything coming from? Are you sure?
No, I'm just looking around. Looking around.
Go back to basics. Where did you find the profile before? Everything was there, you know. You gotta go with things that you already know. Yep,
This page.
that's the basics right there. Everything is there. And now figure it out.
Now, why can't we still see the admin at DMV batch 3 if we made its profile?
That's a good question. I think you guys should take a note of it and research about it. I'm sure. That is where you really learn stuff. Honestly, I would be, even I'm thinking, I would be like taking a note right now that why did that not work? Like, you guys just did the whole process, but it still didn't take the whole email. Like, it's not there, right? So it has to do something with, like, when you're doing something, it's writing something somewhere, but it's not actually doing that. So that should tell you your answer, that when you are doing things, yes, everything was just happening, but you have to save it at least the same place that you're having issue, right? And the same place is telling you, I cannot take anything. I'm sorry, you're not allowed to do that. So if you're trying to add a file to a place where you are not permitted, what happens? It won't let you. If you try to copy a file into a place where you say you don't have permissions, then what will happen? You're gonna go do everything, but at the end it's gonna do what? It's gonna deny that permission, right?
Yes.
So that answers your question, Hadia, that you're still dealing with an issue, which is the core issue, which is a permission issue, right? And that permission issue has to be fixed first before you need to write anything into that place where it saves everything. So clearly Outlook is saving files somewhere, and it even tells you where it is. It's telling you again and again. When you guys click on data files, it gives you that full path and everything. Somehow you guys need to get to that path and fix the issue over there. So yeah, go back to basics. When it says the file is available where, just focus on that. Click on data files, and I want you guys to focus on it. Like, where does it lead you? Where is this real profiles going? Where is it? Where is it getting saved?
Data.
There you go. So you have the answer right in front of you. So how do you guys get to that and try to fix on that level, you know?
Users. Help desk GSS give full control. Yes, help desk GSS.
Okay, so yeah, it's all denied there.
All right, so how do you guys fix it?
Edit or advanced? I think advanced.
think we can do edit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think we can do edit and just click.
Either deny or remove. We can remove this. Type deny.
Here?
Uh,
Okay.
All right. So when you make a change, then what do you do after that?
Verify we can get in.
Okay, good job. And just like Hemi's pointed out before, if you were to do this type of change, because it's such a tiny change, but it's something that has to be recorded, so make sure in a real world environment, that is the perfect place to take a snapshot or something to make sure you have the picture of it, okay? So you
So we didn't have permissions on that folder, so that's why we were not able to save the profile of batch 3, right?
Yes, and that's true.
Is the reason. So
But
if we do it all over again, it would work.
Should work.
you should
there,
try it now to see if is that true. Because now you know, okay, the email is wrong. You guys fixed one issue, by the way, and that was just to find the permission issue. But the second issue is that the email is wrong too. So now let's go and do the whole process again and see if it's getting saved again. And this is pretty common, by the way, for you guys to be adding people into profiles. So make sure you guys do this kind of practice, knowing how to add a new email to the Outlook, removing some emails.
That profile is already created.
But it doesn't have anything data on that file in that folder. Did you see anything admin batch 3 related?
It comes, but it has no location.
Okay, and how do you do that? How do you fix it then? Because you removed the permissions. What would you do right now? Like if you look, Outlook is smart enough to catch on things. What would you do? Because you guys are changing so many things, but you guys are not confirming anything right now. So you may fix one thing and break in the middle. You would not even know what you did. So when you change one thing, what do?
We should start Outlook again and it
Exactly.
will load the profile.
You should do it exactly that way. Because you don't want to make too many changes and then later be confused at what got fixed, or maybe you even broke it even more, So it's always a good practice. And look what's happening right now. When Outlook is first time loading, it is going to do what? It's going to create profile for you. It's going to pull what from a server? What is it pulling right now?
It tells you right there, that thing you just closed.
Exactly. So before you added this, but Outlook got stopped because Outlook says, oh, I don't have permission to do anything in that folder, so I'm not going to create anything after that, right?
It didn't create the profile.
Exactly. So now when you guys fix the permissions, then what happened?
It created a profile.
It created a profile.
The scratch. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Because it had access to the folder where it needs to create the profiles.
yes. So that's one way to just always remember. And if nothing is working in Outlook, if everything is just like, oh my God, it's messy, right? You know where to go and find. If you guys can reset that folder somehow, that's a last fix, I would say. Don't just go for it, because I call this like a master fix. I don't just go for that and blow up the folder that way. But if this is something that you are kind of like you have no other way to fix this issue, this profile is having issue with some weird issues, then that's one, you can go and just delete that folder right now. And what will happen when you open Outlook again? It's just going to automatically create it again. So a lot of time you can fix an issue like that, but try to see if you guys can figure out more ways to troubleshoot. Not in this, by the way, session, but later on, try to find out more ways of troubleshooting Outlook with safe mode. Right. You can open a command and open a safe command open Outlook
Yeah,
like that.
it says run.
You can do add-ons, repair, stuff like that. You can do many other things in Outlook to fix an issue before you tell a user, I'm sorry, I need to redo your profile. Because a user will say, what? I've been here for 5 years, so I used to type so and so email and it used to pop up and everything like that. All of that stuff, you probably will blow that away too, right? So make sure this option is there for you, but try to understand Outlook a little bit more because that's going to be very important for your career. All right, what's the next step?
Thank you for fixing my issue, but I can't send or receive any email.
Okay, let's verify it. See if you guys can send an email to support@jobskillshare.org. How do you send an email? That's an easy one.
Choose new message. Yeah. Support.
All right, there you go. I think you guys already have that. There you go, and just send that email.
Probably gonna work.
So
Because
is that working? Okay, let me verify.
I say it because you probably haven't broken it on the other end because you had to create this new admin account.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm checking that system right now because I can access that email as well, and I don't see it.
What was the problem before?
I don't know. Why would I tell you the problem? Well, can you guys confirm? I mean, you guys need to let me know. Like, how do you guys confirm that the email went through? You're the tech, right?
We could probably send it to ourselves.
Okay, go ahead and well, you can send it to yourself. But here's the thing: you as a tech now need to. That's a good point. You just bring it up. Now I want you to really give me an answer. How do you really confirm that the email has been sent out? How do you do that? Like, where do you verify status of this email now?
Trace message?
Put a trace message.
Okay, good job. And how do you do that?
The portal.
All right, so show us how to do that. That's your Office 365 skills right there, right? Okay, so which one is that? Batch 3. Okay, go ahead and do that. So I am gonna, let me take over here. Oh, it's already logged in. Is that the right email, by the way? Is that the right profile? Check it though. Admin. Okay, that is
batch 3.
that is correct. Okay. So you got logged in, and now how do you trace an email in Office 365? Good job. This is all the stuff that we deal with every second or third day, to be honest. Okay, good job. So you know how to go and do all this stuff. You went to Exchange. By the way, this is not the only tool you can use later on, just for tip purpose. If you ever want to become an engineer, an Office 365 engineer, I'm talking about, you guys can really go advanced on this and check some other places. But that's a tip for people who really want to learn more than this. Okay, so now you do a message trace. You're trying to send an email, but what's going on right now? So first verify. Well, before you jump into any rules or anything, I need you to. How do you how do you verify? How do you give an answer to a CEO or someone or a user that that's what's happening to your email? Diaz, how do you hide the left bar, man? Like, I'm trying to record this for YouTube as well, and my left bar is showing up for Discord. Oh, there. Just figured it out. Okay, so you are sender. The sender and is that sender right? Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm checking if my message sent.
Okay, so you're using a recipient which is a support@jobskillshare.org, and you're basically doing that. Suggested email is there, and you do a search. And no data has been found. So what did you do wrong?
Probably the sender's email address.
Okay. How do you fix that? Okay. All right, good job.
So I put the wrong address or what?
I think you didn't put the whole.
Yeah, you didn't put the whole email in there. Okay, so what's going on here? You got some data.
It says sender and it says recipient. Failed.
Okay.
This is failed.
So how do you find more information about this? You double click on it. Good job. We had a problem finding that message. Ooh, that's a nasty problem right there. It doesn't even give you anything. Fail. Okay. Does it say reason? Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh, it message is deleted by the rule.
Ah.
So on the first step rule.
And where would you fix this now?
In the mail flow area.
Okay, good job. Oh, awesome. This is good stuff, right? You see now, it's much better answer than you just knowing how to, you just learn something from training, but you now went in there, you confirmed it, you told me what the rule is, you even gave me the message. As a person, like as a manager or someone who's a CEO or they're getting a big contract email, they would like to know something from you rather than you just telling them, oh, maybe in the spam or maybe in here, right? So this way you are also defending yourself, like, okay, it was a part of our rule, but I fixed it now. So what would you do now to fix this issue?
You mean how do we recover that email?
Well, we don't want to recover that email, but I want to see if I can send it back again. But what would you fix over here? What's the rule doing right now? Can you explain the rule?
Can delete the rule or?
It doesn't. The rule is not allowing us to send any emails.
And what is it doing?
It's deleting the messages without notifying.
Yeah, that's a pretty nasty rule, right? Nobody's gonna have a rule like that, right? So, so go ahead and uncheck this rule or delete this rule. Yes, I'm giving you a kind of like a hint to just remove it. No problem. Now in companies, it's going to be more advanced stuff than this. Maybe they will have like, oh, we don't allow this from this specific domain. Go and put a domain in there, whitelisted domain, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. that's something you will learn more advanced in when you go more advanced learning on Office 365. But for now, it's good enough information for me that you can do a level 1 job easily by knowing this stuff. And when you go to interview, somebody tests you on this stuff, I will exactly know, okay, you know what you're doing right now, right? So now what happens, how do you test again? Go ahead and send a message again to support, and let's verify if our support email is getting that. All right. So is your web open right now? Is your did you close the web page or is it still open?
It's open.
Can you run the trace again? So you're working on the same issue, and now you as a technician needs to verify this because, hey, I'm working on this. Can I verify this again? So are you doing the right thing again here?
How do you try the other one, the one that was on the bottom?
Yep, you're doing another mistake.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes, now it's showing
Okay, so now you're trying to verify before you go to your client and tell them that yes, everything is good to go. You need to verify it before you tell them, because you don't want to send in another email and they say like, no, it's still not working.
Message was submitted.
It was submitted, but it doesn't give me anything. Go back to where it says failed or success. Getting status.
I think it is.
So eventually this is gonna go out and fine. That's good. If you do refresh, probably at some point it's gonna say successful or something like that. So that's how you do it. Great job on that one. Let's move on to next ticket. That's a good full troubleshooting on mail flow like that. Delivered. There you go. Right? So this is what you call a full finishing your job right here. You got an error. You found out.
So just to cross check that, yes, we are getting it now.
Exactly. And now you can go back and tell the client or someone that, can you check your email because now it's delivered. I have fixed the issue. Probably send them a screenshot or something with that. But anyways, you don't have to do that. I'm just saying if it becomes like an email again, email versus email is another email. Oh, we're not getting it. But from your end, you can send this to their. It could be another company or nonprofit or an organization, right? You can affix their issue now. You already sent it out. You already told them that this is delivered now. Now, if they're not getting it in their email, that's their problem. That's their IT problem. You cannot fix it. Why? Because maybe they are blocking it. Maybe it's going to their spam. Maybe they have a rule set up. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, you cannot tell the client to let me log in and I'll fix this issue for you because I know how to do it. You just don't have that access. Okay?
Okay. So another ticket. We solved this, third one, I need help with mapping a shared drive Z. Last tech we used to work, you gave me this path, can you please do this? Also, can you make a shortcut on my desktop? Okay. So it's a JSS DC.
All right, so
sales.
How do you map a drive? It already gave you a path, a user already gave you information. Now you got information. You don't need to really do that, which domain is what and everything, but you got the information and now you're trying to look at that. Okay, good job. So that's how you first verify the path. Is the path working?
It's not.
So what do you do now?
It's asking for credential. The system cannot contact a domain controller.
Oh, okay, good job right here. Now, here's a problem here. why is this giving you a prompt? Do you guys know anything about it? Like this is a JSS domain, and what machine are you on right now? Can you guys now verify what machine are you guys on? Are you on the domain? Are you in the work group? How do you figure that out? Because this type of error can only occur when your machine is having some type of issue, right? So tell me with this who am I command, which is great. Who did that? Hadia or DJ?
Hadia.
Hadia. Okay, great job on that. So the first thing you verified, is this on domain or is this work group machine?
We can check it from here too. This PC properties.
Okay. Hemi, this is where your information will really help them.
Domain.
Is this on a domain or is this on a work group? Okay, and why is it prompting then? I mean, if it's on a domain, it shouldn't be prompting. I mean, you are the admin. That domain is a domain controller, and I'm telling you because you call me somehow. Like I told you, yeah, that's our domain. Everything is good. You're the help desk. You got the same password. Everything is work. Why is it prompting you? Because something.
Maybe on domain it's not shared with us.
Well, I'm telling you, it's shared. You call me, right, as a sysadmin. I'm saying, yeah, it's shared. Don't worry about it. Everything is good. I just checked it.
So usually it would be green, right? If it was online.
This user,
yes,
this
okay,
user
good
is
job.
not
Okay.
logged in as a domain user.
It is. Are you sure?
Huh?
Are you sure, Heidi? How do you verify that? Look, you already did that. You already verified it. It is logged in as a domain. Because that's not the machine name. If you verify the machine name, that's not the machine name, right? JSS is not the machine name, right?
Yes, JSS is the domain name.
Yep. So what does it tell you? You are logged in as a domain profile. So, and is the domain responding? Is the server responding to you guys?
No.
No. Then why are you getting? Why are you
Sorry,
getting?
what are you asking?
Is the domain server responding to you where this folder resides? Is that responding? Like when you say, hey, knock, I'm looking.
It says enter your credentials to connect to JSSDC.
So is the server responding?
The system cannot contact the domain controller.
Got it. How do you guys first confirm it to me that you're trying to access that server, which is JSSDC? How do you guys confirm if it's working or not working? Is it even on the network? Is it even giving you some type of response or whatever? How do you troubleshoot something like this?
Ping it.
Ping it. Good job. Basic. How do you ping a server now? Is JSS
I forgot.
JSS DC? No dot.
Dot.
There's no dot.
Jobskillshare.
There's no dot.
This is DC.
Yep. That's a server, right? You're trying to first figure this out, that is the server working or not, right? So ping that. So what's happening here?
Get on a response.
What's that, sorry? Let me ask you guys a question. This is IP what?
This is Hexa IPv6.
How do you ping this server with IPv4?
I'm sorry.
How would you pull the IPv4 address? And let's say I don't want IPv6 address. You guys know?
No, we don't know.
It's like a dash.
Try it. Ping, same stuff. Type it. Ping.
Doing that?
Go ahead. Type it. I don't know who's doing it. Somebody's typing.
Yes. SSDC. What did you say? Space.
Okay. Space.
Dash 4.
Dash.
Dash. 4.
Okay. Now go ahead. Ping it. What is that now?
Yeah. Now it is the.
Okay. Just a tip. Okay. So is the server responding?
Yes, it is responding.
Is the server up and running?
Yes.
Good job. So now tell me, why are you not getting to that? You're on a domain, you're logged into the domain, your password is fine, everything is good, but it shouldn't be giving you prompt like this because you're a part of that domain. It shouldn't be giving you a username and password prompt. You're not a normal user here. You're not a domain user. You're an actual admin here, right?
Yes.
So go back to your notes. What did you guys change? And what, if this machine has to work with this domain, what is this machine in this lab? What does it have to do? Where does it have to contact before you can get to that domain? Because you guys did some changes, and now I want you guys to fix that change.
At the DNS server
And
setting.
Ah, good job. There you go. You see, you made a
That's
change, and now you got yourself into trouble, right?
It was standard 1. Yeah.
no wonder this is the one I got stuck on when we were doing it. I didn't know how to.
Because
I changed.
because
I changed
right
all
now,
of that stuff.
because okay, and now what do IP address you need to put in here?
The one of the domain server.
The domain
The
server.
one you took a screenshot of?
The one you took a screenshot of. There you go. You see how important this stuff is? Because if you would have done this in a software that's had like gazillion amount of changes, and you would have changed things, and that next finished, there's no way you can go back like that. And it would be pretty big mess there. Okay, now let's see if your share stuff is working.
Go back to one screen. Go back one screen.
Yes.
One
Yeah, go
screen.
back to what you were on before. No, go click on Ethernet. Sorry.
The Ethernet.
And then click on change adapters property options. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look right there. No, just right there. Right under Ethernet.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't there before.
That wasn't there before.
No, it was not before.
And now,
Can you?
It said Microsoft. No, it was something else.
You don't have to worry about the Microsoft Hyper-V. You can see the domain name right there on the Ethernet adapter.
Adia, can you delete it and see what it looked like before, please?
Yeah, just set it to DHCP again, or set it to automatic. Now you gotta wait for it to fail.
yeah, it's probably gonna take a time.
Click the refresh button up at the top. Maybe that'll make it go away. Click on all computers. Right there. Yeah, all control panel. And then go back to your network. Yeah. Now it still thinks it can hit the domain. Whatever.
Yes.
Whatever. It changed the second you added that DNS to it.
Uh-huh.
So it may
Thinking you
it may
added
take
it
a
up.
time because it's cached, right? All this stuff is cached too. So go ahead and put it back.
Mhm.
But remember, this is very important stuff right here, right? Knowing this stuff. This is okay. Let me tell you guys. It's not gonna be like a company will have something like every company will have some setup like this, right? Like static and everything. But if you don't know what this is, you don't know how to play around with these DNS settings, I can guarantee you your life is going to be hell in IT. Why? Because everything is DNS related in IT. Hemi can confirm it. You go out, your machines are going out, you're going out to website, you're doing anything, every single thing has to touch that. So you just need to know how DNS works. It's a tip, it's a research for you guys now. Tomorrow, say, hey, man, I really need to learn about what DNS is, or else I'm gonna have a very hard time in my life in IT. I can guarantee you that. What was you saying, Kevin Diaz? Sorry.
I said we have a video of that.
And you did the video, right?
I have a video. I think Ketzek has a video too as well. There's
Yeah.
a lot of videos.
There's a lot of video. So look how it started working, right?
Yes.
Just because of one fix. You just pointed the
Yes,
machine to the right
we were
place.
not. No, we were connected to domain, but were we connected to domain?
Yes.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Well, you that's what you all did, right? You verified it with who am I, everything. Yes, you were a part of the domain, right?
Okay, I was a part of domain, but the DNS setting,
Yes.
the DNS was not pointing to the domain.
Yeah, and that gives you another what if your machine did drop a connection like this? So what would happen right now if you would have logged out of this machine? You're done. You cannot get back into this machine again with that same credential unless it was cached. So your machine would at some point fail to connect to domain controller, which is Active Directory. It's going to say your machine is not able to connect because of security blah 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 or some error. Now you're stuck because if you don't have a way to get in as a local administrator to fix this issue, you're stuck with that machine. You cannot fix it. Yes, you can fix it with some tools and everything, which we have a way to do that. But
can't we log into to the local account of this machine and change the DNS settings again?
yeah,
We can do that.
so that's why it's important for people to know the local account versus a domain account, which we have done a very detailed video in our interview questions. One of our instructors made 20 minutes long video just explaining this whole concept.
Okay, I want to ask something. It may be a very basic question, but when we do Who Am I? It shows that you are connected to the domain with the name in the starting, and the help desk is the user. So he is currently logged into the domain. It shows this, right?
Yeah. So
And if my machine is connected to domain, but I am not logged in to the domain, it would show my local machine name and my name itself.
exactly. Even if your machine is connected to a domain and you log in as a local user on this same machine, it's not gonna. It's gonna just say that the user that you're logged on right now is actually not logged in as a domain user. Basically,
It will not show me the JSS.
it will not
Because
show you the
it's a
JSON. It's gonna
domain.
say helpdesk/helpdesk or helpdesk/admin.
Okay.
The machine name / whoever is logged in then.
Okay, so it means that if someone asks me if this machine is connected to domain or not, right way is to go to this PC properties and see it from there.
Exactly.
Because if you are logged in locally, you cannot find out.
Yes, it's a good point right there. This command will be tricky if you use it on a profile that you're logged in as a local user. Yeah, it's definitely going to be not a good answer. You have to then go to the properties and verify it from there.
Okay.
Or maybe find a good command to do that, but keep it basic. Hello support team. When I open my document located on the desktop called lab, I get this error. Can someone help? What is she talking about?
I was only able to solve this. So it was it says lab.docs. That is a Word file, but it's opening it with Paint and cannot read this file. This is not a valid bitmap.
Okay, so how do you fix it? I mean, it's a pretty common thing in IT as well. Like people will just download it, click on left and right, and they mess up their extensions or whatever. So how do you fix this? So you double click on it. First, can you show what's going on without going to the fix right now? I mean, you have to.
I saw the properties.
Oh, no.
Docs
Hold
file.
on. First, whenever you're having issue, you gotta recreate it. Yeah, you gotta recreate it first. 100% recreate it. Because a user may say one thing, when you go to their machine, it's a different thing, right? So the first thing is to verify. Okay, we did verify it. Now how do you fix that?
It's properties. It says docs file.docs, but it opens with Paint. So I changed it to docs again.
And how do you, okay, if someone is saying that one file is fixed, but how do you fix it for all other files like that? Like I want to make sure that it doesn't happen to other files. How would you do that? DJ, why are you quiet, man? You gotta help her.
That stumped me. I mean, I know that when it ends in that extension, it's a Word file, but to be able to
globally on the machine.
how do you change like all documents?
So
that you're
you
opening?
fixed the docs for this file, and then she got another in the email. She downloaded it again, and now I guess going back to the Paint. Oh, it's happening again. How do you fix it?
Maybe there is an option like always open
Yeah, it is. There's the option, but how do you?
Like
How do I
changing
find that?
Yes. Oh, now this is a basic Windows 10 skill right here, right? And that can happen so many applications. Adobe. Oh my God, how many times we have to go back to Adobe and fix those type of issues? So this is all. This is a Windows 10 administration for help desk, or you can call it, because this is not going to be a part of MD 100 type of certification. This is not going to be a part of MD 101. This is going to be just generic Windows 10 administration. Is there any certification based on this? Do you guys know? A Plus does this, or Kevin, or Hami, or like fixing some of the extensions kind of stuff, like just Windows 10 specific. There's nothing like that.
I think they maybe in the book might mention it, like the default applications and stuff, but I don't think it goes that in depth.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it's Microsoft, the MD 100 or something like that.
So this is actually covered in your IT Fundamental V1.0, by the way, Hadi and DJ. The one that we teaches, the IT Fundamentals V1.0 practice lab stuff. So it's there because I've seen it. But of course, the Windows and stuff will change all the time because they may have an older version. So, all right. So how do you fix that docs default? Oh, good. Okay. So now at least you know where to go and find. But where do you go for documents? Like I want to make sure the next time the document opens as a document, right?
There we go. This always takes a long time to open, by the way. It doesn't matter how badass of a computer you have. Just don't click back, or now that you click back, you have to go scroll down and you have to click on it again. just click on choose default apps by file type and just wait it out. It takes a long time, no matter how good a computer you got.
Microsoft, are you hearing this? Yeah, that's what it is.
You could throw 60 gigs of RAM at this virtual machine and it still would load this slow.
That's gonna. All right, cool. Now you see all of these files, and what's on the right side? It says that I am the default for this type of extension. How would you find that docx now? Man, this is so painful. All right.
This one, Word.
There you go. So that's correct, right? So of course, in this scenario, you got the right thing going on. So if it was something different, what would you do? You would change that, right?
So we click it?
Yeah, but it's already there, right?
It's there now.
No, if it is not there, what would we do? We click it.
And you're gonna choose the correct one. Look for an app in Microsoft Store. But anyways, it's there. It's all.
Yeah.
The only app that's compatible to open docx is Word. There's
Is
nothing
Word.
else on this computer
Yeah.
that can open that. And that's based on associations in the registry.
So,
which would be
yeah.
more difficult.
In some cases, a lot of people will have that option, and it could, maybe Microsoft might have removed that option where you open that box and it usually tells you that use this as a default. I'm sure it's there, right? And people mistakenly click on that and they will have that as a default, like maybe Adobe Reader for this, which I did with the Paint, right? And that could have happened for all of the Word document. You would have to come back over here and fix it for everything then. Or you would have to open it the same way and use it as a default app for everything, just a checkbox in there, okay?
Okay.
So let's go back to another one. This is a good one because I think this is something you guys should really practice on your machines to really find different ways of doing this. Okay, what's ticket 6?
I tried to copy my files to OneDrive, but it is not set up.
How do you set up?
And you
Okay,
have to
so
set
in
up
this
my
case,
OneDrive.
that email is expired now. Let's set up it for the admin email that you guys already know was working. So how would you set up a OneDrive for the admin email that you already have now? How do you set up OneDrive, by the way? Okay, now this is where you came in and you can sign in. What's the other method? Do you know any other method? How do you configure a OneDrive if there's no OneDrive like that? You don't find it here. How do you do it the second method?
Can we search it here?
Let's say you also search it over there, but I'm not accepting this answer right now. Like you cannot open it from here. What's the other way?
Admin portal.
Oh, good job. And how do you do that in admin portal?
Like this.
All right. Okay. And you log in.
And admin at JSS batch 3.
Perfect. Right, you were there.
So,
Yeah, that's it. I believe.
And how? How do you sync it then? How do you put it back? I already gave you the answer. How do you I can't even say that in the name. How do you put it on the desktop? There you go. Okay, you see this? And you're just
so
gonna
I was trying to open Microsoft OneDrive.
exactly. And if it wasn't there, it's gonna say, do you want to download it? Okay.
Where did you go? You just clicked on it on the bottom there?
On the sync, you just click on the sync. And look on the bottom, it says, if you need a OneDrive, it says get the latest version of OneDrive. It can even give you that. But click on open now because you already have OneDrive. Look what happened on the right side. You see how it's tried to open
And
the
it's turning
sync?
blue.
Yeah, so if you didn't have that, it's going to say, do you want to download it, right?
Yeah.
So that's fine. I mean, that's the fix for that ticket. You don't need to really go over that. It's just going to sync after when you log in. Let's go to a different
So we
ticket.
sign
Yeah, so that's when you're done, you're just gonna check if everything is green, everything is working. You drop a file locally. Does it show on the portal? You put a file in the portal. Does it show on the desktop? And that would be your complete check. Okay. So now let's go to a different ticket.
For some reason I'm getting this message when I go to open a website on a web browser. Please,
I think you already fixed this.
yes, the
So-
proxy server.
So good job on that one. You fixed this. What about the jobskillshare.org? Is that fixed?
Yeah, I think we went to that one.
And
Yeah.
it probably
Verify.
and you and that was also working, I guess. When you guys fixed the internet, I guess you guys fixed that as well, right?
Let's double check.
Double check. Oh my God, that's great job right there. That's what I was looking for. How do you
I'm sorry, I missed it.
We're gonna double
What-
check.
double check? Double check. What's double check? You're gonna now find if jobskillshare.org is working or not. There you go. Is it working?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's click on something.
Okay, it's working. No, I was just messing with you. Okay, so let's go back to another ticket and see what we have now. Good job so far. You guys did a great job, by the way.
Oh, hi there.
You were there too. Hello, my team. I accidentally deleted my doc from my desktop. I'm not sure how to recover it. Can you help? Okay, somebody deleted
It
that.
was in cycle bins.
Yep. Screwed.
Oh, okay. So,
If I delete a file from here, is it permanently deleted?
that's a good question.
I'm sorry?
This isn't covered by them, but it's just a question. If you delete something from here, is it actually deleted from the system?
The recycle bin? I believe so, yes.
So
If you delete it from there, yeah, I think it's permanently deleted.
So this isn't covered by the more advanced, but it actually isn't. It's still on the hard drive, but the file system no longer has a way to reference that file. So technically, if you use another tool, there's tools out there that can help you recover that file from the hard drive.
Like, you
Assuming
know,
it hasn't been overwritten by other data yet.
like people do forensics and stuff like that, they can get all that data back, right? Right, DS?
Yeah, unless it's been overwritten, which is not likely unless you filled the hard drive like a bunch of times.
Yeah, so if you have a person you are messing with and they are forensics, like they work in that, then I'm not sure if you're gonna have a good
Those
luck.
guys make tons of money. So,
They also work tons of hours.
yeah.
Okay, so okay, now that was to delete it from the recycle bin. Okay, how would you recover a file that's been deleted from OneDrive? They went in there and they deleted a file from OneDrive. Then how do you recover that? Okay, good job. So you went back to the OneDrive, and you're like, oh yeah, I don't see a file in there. So how do you recover it?
Recycle.
There you go. I just love how the web part is so easy, right? Like it's right there, right?
Yes.
And you just click on it and you do what? You recover it, right? Restore.
Restore it. Yeah.
Good job. All right. Do we have anything else?
No, but this was way less stressful than when we did it on our own.
Yeah, because you got
The time was less.
the time. Remember that the thing about this is that when you have an issue, a customer calls you. The worst part is that when they're looking at you, they're like there. They're always there. They're like watching their screen. You're watching, and you're doing the things. So the things that you have done so far over here, I'm sure you have seen this stuff before. That's why you're moving around this little quicker. You guys have to go back now and see what if this is not fixing. What else can happen over here, right? What if it's not a permission issue? What if something else? So you cannot just go with something, oh, in JSS internship, I have to go back to recycle bin to recover my file. No, you got to ask this question first to the customer or the client. How did they deleted it? What if they moved the file? Because a lot of times when we work with people, it's not that they have deleted the file. They say, oh, I am missing my file, right? Maybe it got deleted. Well, maybe you didn't delete it. Maybe you just clicked on it and it moved to some other place because they had permission to do that. And now it's somewhere in the 10 million folders and they just dropped that file in there. Now we got to find it. So
When we search it from
exactly, you're gonna search it. But what I'm saying is you're gonna wait.
Explorer.
What the main skill that I'm teaching you guys is not how to perform a troubleshooting. The main skill is that you wait, you ask, you analyze in your head. Okay, this is something I need to work on, and then you thought about it for a few seconds. Now that's not going to happen on the phone, by the way. Of course, they're going to tell you, and you're going to go, "Oh, what are you thinking something?" What? But this requires practice. This requires you to ask yourself some questions now, and like sit down and come up with your own way of troubleshooting. There is proper ways of troubleshooting things, but sometimes the book troubleshooting doesn't work because you may come with your own way of troubleshooting, a little better way, right? So this requires you to sit down and study and ask yourself some questions now and do some research on what you guys have done. How would you tackle these type of things if it's not this way, if it's not the same error? Can somebody else have an issue with the map driving? What if the server was shut down? How would you find the server name? Things like that, right? So all of this requires practice. If you're not going to do practice, I can guarantee you're going to come across the same issue, but that's not going to be the same solution that you guys did today. It's going to be different solutions. Okay?
It requires us to be, searching it quickly or finding the appropriate solution, because I think all the time gone that day was in searching. We were doing so many things and not checking it. As you said, that check it when you did one step.
Good job with this whole project. How do you guys feel from the day that you guys really almost messed up. And how do you guys feel today?
A little more confident.
Okay. So the project 4 is going to be like 10 times more harder than this. So just get your mind ready for that, because it's going to be only 30 minutes and you're going to have to solve many issues, right? What? So the thing about this is that once you get better at troubleshooting, nothing can scare you in IT, because you know how to go around, you know how to do research quickly, you know how to go quickly find things and do things, and that what makes you an IT pro, where you know you don't have the fix. I don't know how to, almost 80% of the time, I really don't know when somebody call me, this is the issue going on. And most of the time, just I know that I am confident on research. So I'm not going to waste too much time. So if I'm not confident, if I cannot find things, I'm going to go out, ask my team members. And one of the biggest mistakes you guys all did, nobody was reaching out to team members. Everyone was doing their own research.
Yeah, it's hard
I think we
sometimes.
had,
Don't coordinate at the same time, yeah.
this is the reason, because it was 1 hour, so.
Well, 1 hour is
at this time,
1 hour is a lot,
for the others.
a lot for this type of troubleshooting. Ask Kevin Diaz, 1 hour for this stuff is a huge amount of time. So one of the thing is like you guys, in internship, that's fine, that's what you're learning, but in reality, it's going to be a different story, right? So you guys did a great job on this one. I really like that you guys got together. Definitely you guys got a lot more points. The people who didn't join, well, bad luck for them. I mean, that's something they will learn. I will put this video, this is going to be recorded, I'll put this video on YouTube so then they can go over it, just so they have a chance to really go over this project. And just keep on working with each other, keep on talking to each other about these things. And you guys saw how things are happening. Even in your batch, one person got a job right now. And that's just, you know, how cool this stuff is when you guys are working with each other, right? So
Yes,
I hope you guys will continue helping with each other, because at the end, we just want to see you guys got the job and you guys are more less stressful on the job. It's not just landing a job in JSS. It's actually landing a job and then saying that I am happy about my job, or I'm happy about my skills, right? Kind of like Brad's story. Brad is one of the person that I kind of bring him all the time, because he's the person he's messaging me, Dash, I'm really happy about what I'm doing here. And he just closed 600 tickets in his first 2 months, I guess. So that's what I'm talking about. You learn the skills, then you're very relaxed with this career. You really are going to enjoy IT, and you're going to love it, because you're going to keep moving on, and you'll be like, okay, I want to do more. I want to go grow up and move up very quickly. But you got to start with the basic. Never jump to something advanced where you are just more stressed, and it's just not even good for your health. You're just going to be hurting yourself in the long run, okay?
okay.
Any question for me before we go?
Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for opening up this again.
Yes, thank you for your time.
All right, well, thank you everyone for joining, and we will see you in Project 4. I'll see you all next time. Thank you for all for joining, Fred, Ayo, and Zubair, Kev, Diaz, and I will close for tonight and see you guys in Discord, okay?
Thank you so
All
much.
right, take care, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.